All right, so let's see the action you should be taking at this time. Sometimes you just need a little bit of guidance, particularly if you're kind of like at crossroads or trying to decide, what direction to go in, what steps to take. Let's see what guidance we can get from Spirit in terms of the actions you should be taking at this time. So I'm using, because I'm loving this deck, of course, it's the Spirit of the Animals Oracle. So this one, right? Left the box back there, the cover. And then let's give it a quick shuffle and see what comes out in terms of the action you should be taking. Ooh, this is beautiful. So you receive 2 cards. You have, actually, and the bottom of the deck is happiness. So in terms of getting into a state of happiness and gratitude, regardless of the situation that you're currently find yourself in. So the first one you receive, this Orca Whale, which talks about adventure. It says, dare to do things differently, sing your wild song, manifest your travel dreams, attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. And then the other one you have is elephant, right? In terms of greatness. See how beautiful these cards are? I love the artwork on these cards. And then this is the one for orca, right? And then look how that one is coming up for air, in terms of like releasing any tensions, any stress, any drama, right? Any conflict, especially if it's stuff that's pent up inside, any angst, any frustration in terms of getting that out. And then also too, as the card was saying, is to just be you, right? Just be yourself. Don't care about what other people are going to say or think. Dare to be different, right? There's a beauty in being different, because you're going to attract your tribe. Doesn't matter, regardless of if people wants you to change to be something that you're not, then that's not your tribe, and that's okay. You'll find your tribe. Then elephant greatness. It says, love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. So I'm getting an intuitive message, but I'll finish reading what's on the card. It says you will naturally, I was just going to say that you are blessed with knowing how to navigate whatever situation you're currently in. And so you're not at a point that you need to be asking other people for advice, to be honest with you. That's when I'm getting the strongest. That for some of you, your intuition is so strong and your guidance is so powerful in terms of what you're picking up, your intuition, and just in terms of wise, because elephants are very wise, very knowledgeable, right? But this is like wisdom, like an old soul that is coming from, I don't know, maybe like past lives. I know that might sound a little bit hairy, a little bit like out there, but it's just, that's how deep. Like you're somebody who's very tapped in, for some of you, into the Akashic records. And so you don't need to go and ask people for guidance, because you already have the answers within, right? And you have the ability that once you are quiet and tap in, that you'll be able to get that information to help you navigate whatever it is that you're going through. So basically what I'm getting from these 2 cards is the action that you should be taking is embracing your uniqueness, embracing your individuality, right? Making time for fun, for adventure, for travel, for something different, as opposed to walking in the straight line or that path that you've been on that hasn't been fulfilling you. This is the time for you to dig deep and to tap into your own, your own knowledge, your own wisdom, because you are a great leader, right? You have the ability to manifest wonderful things. And you're not meant to follow, you're meant to lead, is what I'm hearing. That's what I'm going to call this. You're not meant to follow, you're meant to lead. So that's the action you should be taking right now, is leading, taking charge and leading your own life and not being led by others, right? So anyway, let's clarify, because now we're getting really deep, and let's see what we get in terms of anything more specific. So this is a regular old tarot deck. And let's see, Orca Spirit, look at this, Page of Swords. So if anything, you do your own research, right? Do your own investigation, go ahead and gather the information. But this isn't something that you need to be asking other people for advice in terms of what to do, because you already have that in you. So tell me about Orca Whale Adventure. All right, so we received 3 cards. So we received Queen of Cups, right? A little 3 of Pentacles. So especially 2, bottom of the deck. If some of you are wanting to partner with others, in terms of projects, businesses, relationships. So you received Queen of Cups right here. Queen of Cups is a very loving, nurturing energy, water energy, right? Then you also receive Nine of Cups, which is all about wish fulfillment and happiness. Look at that. And then the other card you receive is Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords can be a card of deception, even though sometimes it can be strategy. But in this case, I'm getting that, if you're in a situation right now, particularly with this Orca Whale and Adventure, that is not keeping you in a state of integrity, right? That this is the time for you to listen to your intuition. This is the time for you to follow your heart. And this is the time for you to navigate your way out of that situation. That's what I'm getting with this. Because it's going to serve you well. Aligning with your higher self, aligning with integrity is what's going to serve you well in the long run, especially as you're partnering with other people. Don't get into partnerships. Because look, here you have death, transformation above the deck, that are going to just lead you down the same path. Right? That's not going to make you feel good about yourself, because eventually it's going to end up as it always has, is what I'm hearing, which is disappointing, right? So it's like you're getting the chance now to really step onto a path that's going to be for your highest good. And so Spirit is saying, go for it, right? You don't need to second guess yourself. You don't need to ask anybody else. It's like you already have it within you. You already know the steps you need to take. Take the steps you're guided to take. Now let's clarify Elephant with greatness. Okay, so we got 4 here. So we have the World card, right? But in this case, the World card was reversed. And usually when the World card is reversed is because there's a cycle that needs to close that we're not closing, right? So could it be patterns? Could it be, outdated ways of thinking, right? This card talks about seeking personal closure. It says shortcuts, delays, incompletion, right? Typically, too, when the World card is reversed, it can be a card of karma. In terms of a lesson that you need to learn. And that's what I'm saying with this elephant. Elephants are very knowledgeable, right? And they have long memories. It's like they're the history keepers, the keeper of all the record keepers, of the knowledge. I keep hearing Akashic records. I keep hearing like maybe even Metatron. Metatron may be guiding some of you right now, because Metatron is associated with the Akasha, right? And so I'm getting that your knowledge goes deep, knowledge in terms of ancestral wisdom. And so for you to tap into that, especially when it comes to closing out a cycle that you've been repeating, because the other card you also received is the Knight of Swords, right? And then you also receive, what's that hidden here? The Ten of Wands. Yeah. So it's like some of you need to take swift action with the Knight, because the Knight's very direct. The Knight can cut through the BS. The Knight knows, the Knight of Swords, they can get the information, they know what's happening, and they can make the changes that they need to make. They're very direct, so they're not going to sugarcoat things in terms of taking action or in terms of having a conversation, right? Being transparent, maybe even something very confrontational. But this Knight is already, because he's upright. When he's a reverse, he can be a little impulsive and a little brash. But when he's upright, he's very, very discerning, right? Very ambitious. And then you also have the Ten of Wands. So, some of you are getting this nudge that it's time for me to put a burden down. And again, repeating a cycle, right? That keeps leading you back to the same place. And then here you have the Knight of Pentacles, right? Slow and steady. I hear slow and steady wins the race. So in terms of discipline, right? So making decisions that are more mindful, making decisions that, are less impulsive decisions that, are going to lead you into a place where you're aligned, right? You're aligned with your destiny, aligned with your higher self. But you need to really tap into your wisdom, like making wise decisions. All right, let's see. Anything else? But let's wrap up with maybe like a card of advice, because we only have 1 minute. And then we have 2. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. So some of you, yes, you have Lizard and you have Regeneration. So some of you are going through a massive transformation, or that's what's coming. But also, too, just remember, you're tough, right? You're a survivor. It says, as a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. And that's what I'm getting in terms of moving out of an old cycle that's no longer serving you. And then you also receive sea turtles. So some of you are being protected as you're going through this right now. So whatever changes you're going through, just know that a higher power, the divine, is protecting you. It says you are master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm, and your path will unfold. persevere and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. And that's what I was saying, that you have everything within you. So this is not something where you need to be asking other people. All right. I hope this is helpful. Catch you.